Hello, welcome back to my channel. Yes. So, if my microphone is not sounding loud enough, please do tell me because I'll be trying to talk a bit quietly here. In fact, I can turn up my microphone to be a bit louder. So, I've set my microphone setting up to be quite sensitive, so you should hear me just fine. But if you don't, do tell me. I can always turn my volume up a bit if I'm not that clear. Anyhow, big up to Dasilt. Big up on the banger stream with Zeer. Thank you. Go check out Zeer's channel. He's close to 1K. But you know who else is close to 1K? Moi. Je suis. I'm very close to 1K. So if you haven't already, subscribe. I appreciate it a ton. Yeah, big up to Dasilt. Get me to 1K. Bro, we are begging. We are praying. We are beggars in the streets. That is what we have been reduced to. Subscribe. We are that desperate. Subscribe. Big up to Oliver as well. Big up. How are you? So yeah, before the AK gets it, he'll be a little while. He's coming back from work, so he'll be here as soon as he gets home. Before the AK gets back here, we have been cooking. We have been cooking in the Club World Cup, and we will be there. We will be there. Yeah, good. What about you? I'm good as well. Thank you for asking. We will be there when we play the final against Bayern München, and we will beat Bayern München in the final. Because I just went on Zerchel, and he doesn't think Bayern will get to the final. I actually think they can. But we need to beat Zer twice. We need to instill a desperate hatred for Manchester City into the hearts of everyone, because we've been the laughing stock last season. We finished third, but for our own standards, laughing stock. So next season, we need to be hitting people. We need to be slapping up people. It starts now. So Zeer, big up to Zeer in it, but we will slap up Al Hilal. I actually think it will be quite close. I think it will be close right until the end. I think at the end of the game, Man City will score a goal and make a bit of a distance. But until the end of the game, I think it will be quite close. But we need to start slapping up people. We need to be there. 5-2 against Juventus. Give me 5-0 against Arsenal. I need a 5-0 against Arsenal. Not even at the Etihad. Give me the stinkiest 0-0 draw at the Etihad next season against Arsenal, so that they think they're safe. And then we play them at the Emirates. Give me the most demonic, give me the most abusive, disgusting, give me whatever you can find with all those adjectives and words. Give me the most disgusting victory in recent football history. That is what I want. That is what I want. You know the 5-0 final? Give me 7-1. Give me a 7-1. I'm going Germany, Brazil here. Give me that at the Emirates. 1-7 even. 7-1. It's 1-7. Give me that. Throw back to when Brazil lost that way. You know? The Germans. I'm trying to think right now, but we don't have any Germans. We've got Ortega. What about anyone else? No, we don't. We've got quite a few Norwegians, actually. We've got Sverre Nipan. We've got Haaland, of course. We've got quite a few Norwegians. Let's see. What is Norway's biggest win? Norway national football. We'll try to find a big win here. 5-0 over Moldova, sure. 5-0 over Kazakhstan. That's 5 from losing to Austria. I can't see any great wins here other than a few 5-0s. 9-0 over Armenia. Give me that. 9-0. We will be there. 9-0 against Arsenal at the Emirates. Yes, sir. That is what we need. Haaland's 2 goals to mimic what he scored against Armenia. Give me that. That is what I'm dreaming of. That is what we are building towards. And I mean, I'm not going to claim to we beat Arsenal trophy, mainly because Arsenal don't have any trophies to boast about. So it's not really a boasting to beat Arsenal. But I just need them to shut up. They need to shut up, the Arsenal fans. They are too loud. You know what I'm saying? They talk too much. So Arsenal, yeah, we need to shut them up. And I like the way we're moving right now. Not just transfer window. We will sign another right back, I believe, by the way. Cheers. Big up to everyone in chat. Andre, Rosa, Oliver, Dacilt. Big up to everyone in chat so far. What was I saying? Right. We will sign another right back, I believe. Mainly because I want to believe it. It's not based on any logical argument. I just want us to sign another right back, and I think we will. You know what? There's a good meme for the times like this. 1 second. I need to put it in. I need to put it in my OBS here. One second. I promise you guys. Be patient. This is gonna be funny. Why is it only 5 pixels on this fucking screenshot? Jesus Christ. I got more pixels on. Oh, this one's got a lot of pixels. There you go. There you go. There you go. And let's now put that in OBS. Beautiful. It's so annoying that you have to save everything to your PC before you can put it in OBS. I mean, it's a bit annoying. I'm not going to exaggerate. It's not the worst thing. First world issues, basically. I'm crying about nothing at this point. I do that a lot, to be fair. You know what the thing is? It's like West Flanders, we just complain a lot. Like this West Flemish area, East Flanders as well, Flanders as a whole, really. We just like to complain. We don't need a reason to complain. We just will complain. We are miserable people. It's like going to London. Imagine going to London. The first thing anyone will do is complain. Imagine going to Paris. Everyone's complaining about everything. That's us as well. We just complain. We don't need a reason to complain. We'll invent a reason. We're miserable fucks. Anyhow, let's put this in OBS. There you go. Oh, where is it? Come on, I just put it in here a second ago. Oh, here it is. There you go. There you go. That is why I believe we will get a right back. If anyone asks me why are we getting a right back, there you go. There you go. That is why I believe we're getting a right back. You all know what that says. Big up to Hammers as well. Big up. How are you? God, it's fucking hot in here. How hot is it? It's 30°C. Jesus Christ. Everyone loves summer until it's summer, you know. Everybody loves summer until it's summer. You know what it is, yeah? I got AC on all day until it's evening, so I'm chill. I'm chilling here in my gaff. But then it hits the summer weather, and then it's rough. Then you're dying. All goods apart from melting, bro. I'm melting right now. My AC was on until just 3 minutes ago, and it's already 30°C again. Like, bro, I'm not made for this weather. I mean, I'm skinny, so I can take it, but I'm not made for this, you know? In fact, are skinny people even better for this type of weather? Because we don't sweat that much. Bro, I'm dying, basically. Long hair as well. A lot of people don't know this. Long hair makes you feel warm. Because my neck is always warm. Like, my neck is always warm and sweaty because of my long hair. First world problems, as I said. Let's talk about something more football related. Man City. We happen to be a football club. If we win against Al Hilal, which I assume we will, I thought we would be playing Inter, but Fluminense won. How about that? Fluminense. Now, Palmeiras plays against Chelsea as well. We may be playing. I would not be surprised if Chelsea lost to Palmeiras. I'm not saying they will. I think Chelsea will win, but it would not surprise me if Palmeiras spanked up Chelsea. Because you look right now at what Fluminense did to Inter. Bro, these Brazilian teams, they're cooking. And some of these European teams that aren't in top form, that they ain't there for it. You know what I'm saying? So we will be there. Palmeiras, we will be there. Please beat Chelsea. Because it will be beautiful. Because you know what is the worst thing for Man City? A club that plays defensive football. Chelsea can defend. Inter can defend. But you know what neither Fluminense or Palmeiras can do? Defending. They're just balls to the walls, go forward with the ball, be direct. Man City plays through that shit. Al Hilal is going to be more difficult than Fluminense or Palmeiras. Because Al Hilal knows how to stick deep and defend. They are Simone Inzaghi team. They know how to just set up shop and say, fuck this. So that's why I think they're going to be way tougher than either Palmeiras, should we get them, or the Fluminense. So I'm actually happy with Inter going out. It's so weird, isn't it? It's so weird. That has also been the quickest fall off in football history. They were great against Barcelona, and then they played Lazio in the league. They drew, and they fell away. They could have won Serie A. After beating Barcelona, they fell away. Drew against Lazio, picked up a couple of losses and draws, completely collapsed in that Champions League final. Like, people talk about Man City's collapse. Internationally collapsed in the span of half a month. As a football club, they collapsed in half a month. Like, bro, that's crazy. They went trophyless as well because they lost to AC Milan in the Supercoppa final. So they went trophyless. But yeah, other than that, PSG against Bayern, that should be a good game. Real Madrid Juventus, I actually think, to be honest, that Juventus will get through. I'm very interested to see the result of that game because, I mean, if you're just looking purely at the like recent season, you would think Real Madrid should beat Juventus because they've both had a bad season, but Real Madrid still finished second, and Juventus, they were struggling for Europe at some point. But the reason I think Juventus will win, is because they're the more balanced squad. And at the end of the season, with their new manager, they started picking up wins. I think if they had their current manager all season, that they would have finished much higher up the table, that they would have finished second. I don't think they'd have won the league title, but I think they'd have finished second at least. So, but sorry, I got a message from AK. I'm just a few minutes away. We'll hop on shortly. Okay, big up to AK. Big up to AK. 8 subs until we can do the FIFA stream. The EA Sports, it's actually called EA FC. Yes, sir. 8 subs away. For those who don't know, I've got a bet with Bevel. The bet is if I win a best of 3 against him on FIFA, EA Sports, whatever the fuck you call it, if I win a best of 3 games against him, he will send me 10 channel memberships, which I will set up shortly. And if he wins, I have to pay his ticket for the Etihad. But there's a twist. His next Etihad ticket, there's a twist. If he wins 3-0, I have to pay for not only his ticket, but also for Luke's ticket. So I don't know what the twist is if I win 3-0, but maybe I need to ask for more channel memberships. There you go, I'll be shameless. Nah. But yeah, that's a twist. So, Bevel, be ready to be cooked. I mean, we've talked about it. We've talked about it already. We're going to wait until FIFA 26 comes out. Snooker, the best of the. I suck at snooker. Nah, I suck at anything that's like. I suck at like 8-ball. At like snooker. At like billiards. I can't. I'm so bad at those. And darts as well. I suck at darts. Like, you know, those typical pub sports. I suck at them, bro. I suck at them. I would lose 10 in a row. Bro, I'd be paying his tickets to the Etihad for the next fucking decades. Table tennis. Nah, you've got to turn quickly. My knee can't handle that anymore. My knee is fucked up, my right knee. If you have to quickly turn from one way or the other, my knee will explode, bro. I can't do that much sport, to be honest. I can swim. I'll absolutely outswim Bevel. Absolutely. I'm rapid in the pool. Balls. but I'm rapid swimming. I'm a rapid swimmer. I'll beat Bevel in that, I'm sure. Actually, then again, Bevel is getting old. Maybe I can beat him in table tennis because he's already 32. He's Brandon Mechelen age. You know what we're saying. He can be cooked, you know. I just need to slap this ball really hard. Rowing. I actually did canoe. Not like a lot, but I had a friend who did a lot of canoeing. So I actually have some experience with a canoe. It's really fun, but like, you know, the thing they do where they turn upside down and flick back up again, bro. Allah. Because I tried it, yeah, because they had supervisors with me. I wasn't just doing it on my own. So I tried it. So I went upside down. And then I tried to get back up. Bro, it looks easy. I tell you, it's anything but easy. And they give you like 10 seconds. And if you can't get up in 10 seconds, they flip you back over themselves. Hope you hit 1K subs soon. You mean drowning and not drowning? You're moving like a float right now. We will hit 1K soon. July? Bro, it's July. In 7 minutes from now, it will be July. 1 hour and 7 minutes for the British people amongst us. We will fly. We will fly. The moment it hits the 1st of July, all that transfer news is going to come back here. That transfer news, it will feed me, not for generations, for about 1 week, but all that transfer news, bro. I'm gonna set up panel shows. I'm gonna do Blue Friday because I always do Blue Friday. I'm gonna do the women's shows as well, which starts on the 2nd of July. The last few weeks, I didn't know what to stream about. I'm having to make up subjects. Like, listen, I'm waffling at this point. I'm having to make up subjects and waffle just to get streams out for you guys. But nah, once the women's show starts, once the transfer news gets out, bro, we fly high. We fly high. Anyhow. Is there any football going on right now, by the way, other than the Club World Cup? Fuck that. Because like a few competitions had to stop their competition for the Club World Cup, like the Brazilian League, because obviously in the Southern Hemisphere it's different, right? Currently it's like winter in the Southern Hemisphere, so the Brazilian League was actually being played right now, but they had to interrupt it for the Club World Cup. Are they still playing games there, or is the entire competition paused for like 2 or 3 teams? That would actually be dumb. I can't lie. One second, let me look that up. Let me look that up right now. I need to know this. Brazilian Serie A. So, okay, no, they're still playing games. They are still playing games, okay. They didn't let the Club World Cup stop them. They're still playing their football games, but there's a bit between. Aston Villa is selling their women's teams. Wait, what? Aston Villa is selling their women's teams. That was Prem News today. You mean like Chelsea style? Bro, just find a loophole in it. Just go find yourself a loophole and bro, it's ridiculous. And then people have the audacity to talk about Man City. Like, honest to God, how are you going to talk shit about Man City and then you're making up loopholes, ridiculous stuff like that? Like, nah. Yeah, let's sell our women's team to ourselves. And then people say, oh, but Man City spent so much money. And fuck off. Like, what is this? Imagine if Man City went out right now and sold the women's team. If Man City sold the women's team to, like, I don't know, CFG. Bro, that's exactly what they're doing. People would kill us for that. Bro, big up to AK, by the way. What do you think about Aston Villa selling their own women's team? Just like Chelsea did.
Yeah. First of all, pick up the panel. Pick up the lovely chat, bruv. Seriously. I mean, to be fair, it's a good signing for Villa because, yeah, we all know PSR and all this nonsense. This PSR nonsense has to be followed, apparently. So,
Apparently.
in a bad way, it's bad for Villa, though. If they have got Champions League football, then they wouldn't need to sell the players, but they have to. So, in a way, they're making some money and they're just selling. That's about it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous though. I don't get how you can sell your own women's team to yourself and it can be registered as a positive on PSR. Like they should separate men's and women's football, PSR wise.
Yeah, to be fair, it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at all. That's why PSR, FFP, and all this crap needs to be binned. It needs to be binned.
Yeah, there's no point in having it. Like it doesn't work. Like blatantly, it doesn't work. Look at what Nottingham Forest did. Like, okay, we're going to ignore the PSR rules. We're going to spend a bunch of money, and we're going to get a point deduction, but we're not going to care because we'll stay up anyways because we spent all the money in the world, and then we're going to have a very good season next year and out in Europe. You can literally just ignore the rules. You can take the point deduction one season, have a bad season, and then next season you don't have to take the point deduction because you signed the players.
I'm telling you, Richard Masters. I'm telling you, this Richard Masters guy needs to, Richard Masters needs to be, he needs to be sacked on the spot. He needs to resign.
I think he's going to get fired when the truth of the 115 case comes out. Because let's be honest, if Man City was guilty, we'd know it by now. So
Exactly, you would know it by now.
I think he's going to get fired. I think he's going to get fired for that because that's a big fuck up.
It is. It is.
And you know what, yeah? Because it's now talks about the independent regulator as well to manage the Premier League. Do you think that's a good thing for the Premier League? Because I see a lot of people arguing about this. I think if the Premier League was independently regulated by someone, not the Premier League clubs, I think that helps the Premier League because right now you've got a lot of American clubs who are pushing the Premier League into an un-English way, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I know Man City is owned by a foreign owner, but he cares about the English culture of the club. Whereas you look at Man United, you look at even Aston Villa, they don't care about the culture of these clubs. They just want to
They don't
Americanize
care.
these clubs.
They don't care. They don't care.
Look at the Club World Cup, for example, if you want to see not caring. Anyhow, talking about
I'll tell
Club
you what.
World Cup.
All these rules are, yeah, all these rules are just, I'll tell you what, all these rules are just absolutely shambolic.
Yeah, these rules should not exist. But you know what? We've talked about these rules for so long now, ever since the 115 case, really. I've gotten bored of talking about them, to be honest.
Yeah, and and as usual, rival fans just love to they just love to feast on this 115 verdict because that's their only excuse. That's their only excuse because that's their only excuse because other clubs. I mean, that's the excuse because their clubs are not doing well and they're just mad jealous of us because we have been more successful than them for the past decade. So that's all they'll be banking on.
Yeah, it's like you look at Liverpool with the amount of money they've spent, which is a lot. You look at Chelsea, you look at Man United. How do you justify that to your fans if Man City is found not guilty? Like, you don't. You can't justify that. And uh, talking about, by the way, Man United, they're not in Europe for the first time
Exactly.
since 1880, or sorry, not 18, 1998, or sorry, 88. I believe it's the first time since 1988 that they failed to qualify for Europe. That's wild, isn't it?
History
That's
is
wild.
repeating itself. History is repeating itself.
They're going back to the second division, you know. Back relegated.
Oh, we will be there.
Before Alex Ferguson, they were getting relegated and promoted. After Alex Ferguson, they're getting relegated and promoted. We will be there. You think Man United could get relegated, by the way, because there were the guy, what's his name, Ruben Amorim. I mean, he beat us twice, but he's a fucking scrub, I think. I don't think he's building a good team at all. Like Cunha, why the fuck did he sign Cunha? Where is he gonna play? Bruno Fernandes is better than him. Like, Cunha is a good player, but where is he gonna play? It's not what they needed. They needed a striker. They needed 2 wingers. They needed a centre back, a goalkeeper. Like, there's 5 positions they needed before they needed Cunha. It's so ass backwards. And they can't get Mbeumo over the line either, it seems. Championship will offer at least 46 games. Yeah, Man United plays less games than championship teams, by the way, next season.
Wow.
Energy drink Rex for staying up till or required for staying up until 5 a.m. please. Bro, are you staying up to watch that game?
Yeah, probably I might.
Really? Don't you have to work tomorrow?
I'm in what? I start work from 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, you started pretty late. I mean, that explains why you come back home pretty late.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I would do? You know what I would honestly just go to sleep, set a timer, like maybe 10 minutes before the game kicks off, and then I'd start watching the game. I won't stay up until then. I'd get some sleep. I can't even stay up that long anymore. And I'm only in my 20s. I'm moving like a 30-year-old and I'm only in my early 20s. I don't know. When do you become mid-20s, by the way? What's the cutoff age for early and mid-20s? Cunha signing is a bit strange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. At the moment, I'm what, 28 now. So I'm approaching Onk status.
Only 2 more years.
22 more years and then I'm an Onk.
2 years. Two.
Just 2 more years. Yeah, that's it.
You think you can join Bernardo in the unction?
I'll probably be joining the likes of De Bruyne and Ruben Diaz in that spot.
Top quality
And
player,
even Bernardo.
AK.
And even Bernardo as well.
And Bernardo will. Do you think Bernardo will retire at City, by the way? He's got 1 year left on his contract. He's captain, so he's going to stay next season. Do you think he'll retire?
Yeah, I think
It
he'll
will be
stay one
very
more
early.
season.
Yeah, but do you think he'd
I think he'll
retire
stay.
after
Yeah, I
that
think
season?
he'll stay one more season though.
You think he'll stay one more season extra?
Yeah, one more season. I reckon one more season he's gonna stay, and he's gonna wave goodbye to the fans. So
Mm,
yeah, so this is one more season of Bernardo and his magic.
well, he doesn't have a lot of magic anymore, but no offense. Off the bench, maybe he can do more because he's not as tired off the bench. He's not going to play as much, I'd hope. Yeah, recommendations, by the way, for energy drinks. I don't know. I don't drink energy drinks. Water. Drink water, guys. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. Drink water. Arsenal fans in the bin if this 115 doesn't come in for them, bro. I've seen Arsenal fans talking about we have 2 league titles once 115 comes in, bro. Give up. Give up. Just don't scream and wake up the neighbors when we score. You will be the type of person to do that, though. I can control myself when it's late. I know you will do that if Man City scores. Same, I'm off to bed and wake up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I'll tell you, I'll tell you, so I'll tell you what. With you, it's like, Bernardo scored 2-1, guys. That's it.
You know, last season didn't do my reactions justice because last season, I mean, look at how I reacted at the start of the season and the end of the season. I was just so deflated that I couldn't even be bothered to celebrate goals anymore.
Oh yeah, don't even talk about last season of. Oh my, I'm telling you, there were some good moments and some bad moments, but the bad moments were the really really dull ones.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah, it rains, it pours.
That's what last season felt like, you know. It was like last season was like a special torture set. How did we finish third, by the way? Like, how did we finish third?
Exactly how.
I think something went wrong I think something went wrong in the point tallying process because I don't think we should have finished third. But somehow Chelsea was worse. Arsenal was not that much better. Arsenal, to be fair. If Arsenal just can't win a league title, it's like physically impossible. If Doku scores a hat trick, we all be thinking we're dreaming. Has Doku ever scored a hat trick in his career? I don't think he has.
I don't think he. Wait. In his career.
Yeah, in his whole
For
career.
City.
Not with City, just in his whole career.
In his whole career, I think you're talking about the 23 season. Uh, when we were in that black, red, and
Yeah.
the blue thunder kind of a design kit.
Yeah.
And I think he scored 3, I think, against Leipzig.
I don't. No, I don't think so. I'd have to check Doku's career stats. I'd have to check. And I can't be bothered right now. Scored prediction for Hilal, by the way.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, I'm not downplaying Al Hilal. Al Hilal, look, Al Hilal are a good side though because they've got the likes of our ex right back, João Cancelo, who definitely is wanting to get revenge on us.
The way he left as well. He wanted to stay, but he was forced out.
He was forced out, yeah. He was forced out, and definitely, and I'm telling you, definitely, he'll be looking to win that game with intent. So, yeah, but look, I am pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that we are gonna win that game by 2 goals
I think
max.
we'll win 3-1, personally. That's my prediction.
I will go, yeah, probably 3-2, 3-2, 3-2 City.
Yeah, because they've got some attackers in there, you know. They've got some solid attackers in there. There's a kid.
They got Mitrovic.
He's injured, though. He's injured, luckily for us. Now, Mitrovic will eat apart our defense, let's be honest. He's a beast physically.
He is.
Especially in the air. But they've got an attacker called Cesar, Caio Cesar. He's a Brazilian player, played in Liga Portugal, so Portuguese league. And I've been following him for a little bit. He's rapid. When we're pressing high up the pitch, he will. It's like you know Roadrunner, meep. He'll just go through us,
Beep, beep.
just like that.
And they've got their best keeper as well, Yassine Bonu.
I don't know that
With-
keeper very much, to be fair. But
We're gonna be up against Yassine Bonu, and Yassine Bonu I'm telling you, Yassine Bonu is gonna turn up against us and play like he's gonna play like prime Courtois.
a lot of goalkeepers turn into prime Courtois when they face us for some reason. By the way, I'll see some people saying Doku will cook Cancelo. Cancelo is not as bored at defending as people say he is. He looks very bad at Man City defensively because he pushed up very highly. And then it's difficult because you have to run back all the way. He's not terrible defending. He's not great, but it's not terrible. And I'm not like that Man City. It was a system thing that he didn't look good defending. On a net positive, he was a positive because all the goals he got justified how high up he played. But Cancelo is not a terrible defender. I feel like people have this idea that Cancelo is like Trent defensively. Cancelo is better than Trent defending. But when you're back in a 4-4-2, Cancelo can defend. And if you have to defend deeply, Cancelo can do that. And he can also burst up the pitch. So I think Cancelo is one to worry about, to be honest. They've got Neves, by the way. Ruben Neves, Cancelo. This Caio Cesar get as well. They've got some decent attackers. I don't think he has. Yes. Guys, let's not underestimate Al Hilal. I won't say they are underrated. I'd say they're adequately rated. I will go. Yeah, I'll go 3-1 as well.
You know what, Alf? I'll tell you what though. I think João Cancelo. I mean, I feel he's still got some bit of his some bits of his own self back since he left Man City.
A bit of his
And
individuality.
and also since he joined Al Hilal.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It feels like more like it feels more all rounded. He doesn't feel as bad defensively anymore. I think we all agree we scored in goals tonight. Absolutely, we're scoring goals. Absolutely. Bono is top class. Everyone's saying that. Let's see. Doku cooks everyone except Reece James. Tonight is Cancelo's night. Has Doku cooks everyone though? Because you're not really cooking someone if you just run the ball into corner flag. Like defenders are not going to follow you to the corner flag. They're happy for you to be there. Imagine Nuri and Cancelo as attacking fullbacks, bro. You're conceding 10 goals a game and scoring 20 a game. 20-10 every game. It's great for your heart rate, bro. It gets your blood
Yeah,
pumping.
well, for all the stat merchants, this is the beauty of stats, people. For all you stat merchants, have a dig at it.
You know what it is, yeah? I'll say some people, a lot of people, yeah, pulling up statistics that they just don't understand. Like, I see people pulling up XG statistics, and I'm like, you don't understand what this means. I use XG a lot, but I use it in appropriate context. I don't use XG as to mean how good is your finishing. I use XG as to mean how good is your positioning. That's what XG tracks. It tracks a position from where you shoot. It's not how good you finish, it's how good you position to get a ball. So Erling Haaland has a very high XG. That means he's very good at positioning and in getting those chances. If XG was about finishing, it wouldn't track the position from where you shot. It will track the angle from where you shot, but it doesn't. Because when you shoot from a tight angle, it's more difficult to score, of course. XG doesn't take that into account to a full effect. XG almost exclusively looks at the position. So that's why I hate statistic merchants. They don't understand the statistics. And of course, the people who are doing this, like the coaches and stuff, they understand the statistics. So they're going to use them, but they understand them. So it's fine for them to use it. When you've got people, yeah, using XG to say like, oh, why did Haaland not score in this game? When most strikers don't even get to the ball in those situations, you're like, what? Why did Haaland not score from this shitty ball that came into him just because he had high XG? Like, so many people use statistics they don't understand.
They don't. I'm telling you, from the first time when I started watching football, I never used I never watched the game through stats. Yeah, we always watch it through the old but the best way, with just two eyes. That's it. The eye test.
Yeah. I mean, I watched it with my eyes as well. I don't need to look up statistics because I know for a fact what I'm saying is correct. Like I do this a lot. I'll say something and I'll say, oh yeah, this is backed by the statistics. I don't look up the statistics. I just know what I say is backed by the statistics because I saw it. And 9 out of 10 times, I'm correct. You don't need to watch football. If you know ball, you can say this stuff with confidence, and 9 out of 10 times you'll be correct. You don't need to look up the statistics. If you watch the game, you know the statistics. Like take possession statistics, for example. If you watch football, you know how much possession each team has. So why do you need to look it up?
Exactly.
These people, they use statistics because they don't watch the game.
Nah, I'm telling you, Alf. Majority of them watch football on reels.
Oh god. The 3-minute highlights after a game. They have their Man City kit on, or any club really. Any club has this stuff. They put their kit on. They get out of bed. They turn on the 3-minute highlights and they watch it. After the 3 minutes, their bed is up and they go on with their day. Great football fans, Sam.
Yeah, great football fans, isn't it?
Oh, by the way, I'm sure you've seen this by now, but Rasmus Højlund was sold for 72 million to Inter Milan.
Isn't that a fucking surprise?
Who decided on that? Big up to Jerry, by the way, for putting this in chat. Who decided to get Højlund for 72 million? Sometimes I'm happy that.
Oh my, yeah. I'm telling you, Alpha United. I'm telling you. Look, there's a difference between both sides of Manchester. Yeah. Look, our side is it's like this. We conduct business in a very smart and in a very smart way. We conduct business. Yeah. And
Yeah.
the other side are clueless. They have no idea what they're doing. I mean, if he's priced at 72 mil, why would he go for a 72 mil striker? They can go for a better quality.
But because they're not thinking. It's that simple.
Exactly, exactly. The roof is falling
Maybe.
down. Yeah,
Maybe.
the roof is falling down. They're broke. Yeah, they're actually in debt. They can't fix that leaking roof, and
They need to
they're
get the
fine.
government to
And
help them out.
yeah, and also they got a two-star hygiene. Yeah, they got a two-star. They got rated a two-star hygiene, and chicken is still uncooked. They've and till now they have not. Yeah, and I'll tell you this. Till now they have not hired a dinner lady. Can you imagine that?
Bro, they can't even pay the wages of a dinner lady, you know.
They can't. Yeah, exactly. And they're still able to afford paying Mateus Cunha's wages.
What did they give him for the wages, by the way? Because they need to give they need to give these people their weight in gold for them to come. Do these players think they'll save Man United or something?
I mean, look, look, don't get me. I mean, look, I'm not. Look, I'm not gonna be too petty and say that oh, they're shit because they joined a shit club. I mean, nah, not that. I'll tell you what. It's look, both of them. Yeah, look, Cunha and Mbeumo, I rate them. I rate them though. Prem proven. They have scored plenty of goals for Wolves and Brentford. So I mean, but
Well,
I mean, I mean,
Cunha is.
why would you? I mean, look, if they would have known that Man United are in the dumps, yeah, they just finished 15th in the table. Yeah, they finished 15th in the table. No Europe. Why would you go and join? Why would you go and join them? Why? Think straight.
It's safe with complex, bro. They think that it's like oh, what's it called, Bob the Builder. They think they can fix it, bro, but they can't.
They can't.
But maybe they need to get Bob the Builder to fix the roof. Hey, that's a suggestion. Go give him a call. Actually, they can't pay him. They can't even afford their dinner lady. But now, Cunha, I rate him, and Bremmel too. And Bremmel is actually a player they need. Cunha is not a player they need. So Cunha, I think, is just off key. And Bremmel, I think they need Bremmel, a player like him. And Bremmel is going to improve them a lot. Cunha is not going to improve them. Like, that's my problem with. Not my problem. I love this. I love watching Man United do this. But I think it's a very off key decision. Anyhow, fuck Man United. Let's not talk about the Rags too
Yeah,
much.
fuck them. Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, anyways.
Moving on, we're playing Al Hilal, but before that, we played Juventus. And we cooked Juventus. How are you feeling about that?
Not gonna lie. that that entire Juve back line was so weak. that Doku had to. I mean that two defenders had to go in at Doku, and Doku ultimately just took them to the shops, just like that. And
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. And I'll tell you what. Let's talk about this Kalulu guy. I mean, deep down, I knew that he was wearing a sky blue shirt. Deep down, I knew it.
that Lulu guy is a fucking bruv. Uh, because I talked with Gio about it, yeah. Giovanni, Juve Cornercast. I had him on my channel. It was a shock. It was a genuine shock how bad he was. I can't lie. Like he told me, this guy is shocking, and I did not even watch the game live yet, but I saw all the highlights on Twitter. All these clips they come on Twitter and net. So I wake up, I see all these clips on Twitter, and I'm watching these clips, and I think, bro, this Kalulu guy, he thinks he's a striker. He thinks he's Eddie Maguire because Eddie Maguire put him up top, and he might have something going there. Oh, maybe I still need to sign Maguire. Put him up top. They can have Sesko left
Oh,
wing.
and I'll tell you what. Apart from the rest, I would say Di Gregorio, the goalkeeper, was decent in what the second half. He made a couple of decent saves, and let's talk about Yildiz. I mean, look, Yildiz is a baller. I rate
Yeah.
this guy. Yeah, I rate Yildiz, but he was non-existent in that game.
I mean, it's difficult to be fair as an attacker when your midfield just can't hold on to the ball. Like that's the problem. If the midfield can't hold on to the ball, as an attacker, you have to drop deep, try to get onto the ball, try to do the midfield's job, and then try to do the attack's job. It's difficult, which is why the midfield is like one of the most. It's like so important in football because if the midfield isn't functioning, everything else suffers. If the defense suffers, midfield doesn't suffer because of it. If the attack suffers, midfield doesn't suffer because of it. But if the midfield suffers, the attack and defense both suffer.
There you
So
go. There you
midfield is
go.
so important for that reason. And I mean, think about this: 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-1, 2-1-2, 4-4-2. All of these formations, what do they have in common? It's that defense and attack are always either four
And
or 3 or 2 players. Midfield is always changing. Across generations, midfield is changing constantly. You have 5-2, you have 5-2-3. There's so many differences in midfields that you don't see in attacks. Attacks is usually left winger, right winger, striker. It's very simple. But midfield, oh, you've got a double 6 with with a 10. You've got a double pivot with a roaming 6. You've got a 6 and 8 or 10. You've got a 6 double 8s. You've got so many variances in midfield. And when you look at attack, it's like a striker, which may be a false 9 or maybe a pure 9. And you've got a winger who may invert, or he may be a touchline winger, or he may be a classical winger. That's the variance is so much less, and that makes sense because midfield is so much more important. Well, it's not more important, but it's so much more affecting the other phases of your play that you've got to get it right. I'm not going to criticize attackers who play poorly when the midfield drops a stinker.
and yeah, I mean, uh, we also need to talk about a certain individual. Yeah, a certain individual
All right.
who has been massively overhyped. His name starts with his name starts with uh D. and ends with C.
Go on.
Man like Vlahovic.
You know what's annoying? I was slapping this man. I was watching Vlahovic a few times this season. And I said I was slapping him. To be fair, I didn't watch a lot of games of his. You know
Yeah,
what
but I'll
this
tell
year?
you.
You know you
I'll
know
tell you.
what?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I did watch. I did watch a bit of Vlahovic when he was at Fiorentina. He was. I'm telling you, he was a proper striker before he joined Juventus. Proper striker. He was at Fiorentina.
You know what it is? It's like Vlahovic as like those moments where it just looks like a proper nine, but over the whole game it just vanishes. It's weird, and he has like a lot of misses for some reason, which I don't think he used to have that, but now he misses a lot more, and I don't know why. And he's not that old either, so he's not washed. Anyhow, Fluminense won 2-0 against Inter, so I assume we'll be playing the quarters. Do you prefer playing Fluminense or Inter?
I would take Fluminense, and beat them again.
We did
Beat them
beat them.
again like we did last time in the final. 4-0. Another 4-0 incoming. Here we go.
Or imagine they beat us 4-0. Nah, you know what the thing is? What is Man City's worst nightmare? A team that defends. If you try to attack Man City, you're going to get played through, torn apart, torn into shreds. You can't attack Man City. But if you defend well, that's annoying. Fluminense is not a team that can defend. They need to attack. And they're going to get torn apart. Inter Milan, they're happy to sit in their own box for 90 minutes. Fluminense can't do that. So I prefer Fluminense. I hope Palmeiras win too, because Palmeiras will be easier for Man City than Chelsea, because Palmeiras will play more expansive, whereas Chelsea will try to play more conservatively. We need to play these expansive teams. Big up, by the way, to Curtin Chats. I never asked this question on here yet. Which City player will have the most surprisingly good season? I'm thinking Julian Alvarez, type 23-24 season. That's a good one. What do you think, AK? Most surprising good season.
If you're talking about the new signings, well, I'm gonna tell you, it's I think gonna be our three new signings. So all three of them are gonna have a good season. I
But
feel.
which player? I don't think he's talking specifically about new signings. Like, which player do you think will be surprisingly good? Like, will be better than everyone expects next season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm just racking my brains at the moment. But if I
I
had to
think
pick, if I had to pick one player, if I had to pick one player, I think, I think Reinders is gonna have a good season.
it's not going to surprise people though, because what I think will surprise people is maybe Victor Hayes. I think Victor Hayes is going to drop a really good season. Uh, I'm not going to say he's going to be starting level, but it's not. But I think Victor Hayes will cement his place as a rotational player next season.
Oh yeah, yeah. You talk about rotational plays. Yep.
Martinez,
And
no,
of
pardon,
course,
yeah.
yeah. I was about to say, next season, I think we're also gonna see the best of Marmoush.
Mm-hmm. And the best of Haaland again as well. Anyhow,
I'm telling you that front three, Marmoush, Haaland, and Savinho. That's it.
where's Chetki playing? Then?
Check. I mean, if these three are playing, then I would say Turkey will possibly play in the 10.
That would cook. That would cook. Bro, imagine trying to defend against that, and then at halftime, Doku comes on. You're cooked, bro.
Oh boy, we will be there.
At halftime, Doku and Foden coming on. You've already conceded 3 goals at that point, but then Doku and Foden, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Martinez is overrated for Inter Milan. I think Lautaro Martinez is adequately rated. A lot of people say he's overrated. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, he scores in big games and small games. He scores. And you need to respect that. I think people need to respect goals, but it's not the only thing that matters. People can't find the balance between respecting goals and only using goals as a metric. It's hard to rate strikers from Italian league. It's hard to rate strikers in general, or players. Some players will feel better in one league or another. Take Anthony, using a Man United's example again. I know he was a lot better in Eredivisie and now in La Liga than in Premier League. Some leagues just don't suit some players. I think that's fine. City against Chelsea semi-final. Nah. Give me Palmeiras. Because records like this, like Man City haven't Chelsea haven't beaten Man City since 2021. That was a Champions League final, by the way. Man City haven't Chelsea haven't beaten Man City since 2021. But records like those end. That's the not so cool thing about those records. They end. At some point, that record comes to an end. Any player, one player. Yeah, I'd have to go with Victor Hayes, personally. For me, Nouri. Yeah. Nouri is my pick.
Yeah, personally, like I said, I would go. Personally, I would say Reinders, because he's going to be playing alongside. He's going to be playing alongside the Ballon d'Or winner, Rodri.
Erling Haaland.
And Haaland, yeah. Haaland on strike, yeah. Haaland as striker, Rodri in the midfield, and Reinders going to be playing alongside Rodri.
We'll have 2 Ballon d'Or winners at this club in a year from now. We will be there.
We will be there. 2 Ballon d'Ors.
Who do you think is winning the Ballon d'Or this year? Because it's a bit dead, isn't
this
it?
year.
I think
it has to be. I think it has to be Dembele.
If they win the Club World Cup, I think he'll win the Ballon d'Or. But I actually think it will be Salah, to be honest. I mean, Salah dropped a proper season, and I think PSG will get knocked out by Bayern München. Because PSG, yeah.
Alf, speaking of that, Liam is live. Liam's live.
Oh yeah, big up to Liam. I guess we can redirect there. We'll
we can do that. Yeah, we can redirect.
Yeah, we'll round up in 7 minutes here. We'll round up at 45. I think personally, yeah. PSG just did a treble. Big up to them. But you see, after you win the treble, after you win the treble, mentally tired. So I think after the treble, that they're not as good as they were. So I think after the treble, they're going to struggle. They're going to play Bayern München. I think they'll lose. I'm not trying to talk shit about PSG yet. They just won the treble. They're the best team in the world. But that also goes against you. I think they'll lose against Bayern München. And if they lose against Bayern München, I think recency bias will take effect. People will talk about Salah's great season again. He'll probably score some goals in the Premier League as well. And I think he'll win the Ballon d'Or, personally.
Yeah. I'm telling, yeah, and I'll tell you what. To be fair, look, as much as Liverpool have won as much as we had to give our flowers to, look, all I'm saying is, as much as we have to accept the fact that Liverpool have won their 20th Premier League title, and of course, again, Salah Ballon d'Or shouts are up and about. This, despite Salah having a great season, I personally don't think he's gonna get the Ballon d'Or. I think it's gonna be either Rafinha or Dembele.
Yeah, I think that's fair. By the way, are you watching the game? Kurt Thompson asks, because I'm not. I can't be asked. 3 a.m.,
Yeah,
bruh.
yeah, depends, bro. Like, if I do manage to wake myself, if I do manage to wake myself up, or if I manage to stay awake, for the
You're
game,
gonna
then
you're gonna
yeah,
have to
I will watch it.
you're gonna have to join Oliver Good to do some white lines. Keep you awake. Oh, dude.
Do some white lines, you know that.
Who's the player who was it? Was it Michael Carragher who did that celebration? I think it was right. It was Carragher, I believe, who did the cocaine celebration.
Who, Jamie Carragher or Michael Carragher?
Sorry, Jamie Carragher. It's Jamie Carragher.
Oh, Jamie Carragher. I think he did though. I think he did though. I think he did. I think I exactly don't remember which game he did though, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Wait 1 second, I'm looking it up. This is important, guys. Trust me. It's Robbie Fowler. Yeah, it's Robbie Fowler with the cocaine celebration.
Robbie Fowler.
I mean, it's the same
Wow.
cup. It's close enough. That was bad. That's
Robbie
a
Fowler.
bad
Yeah.
review,
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
way.
yeah. I remember. I remember. I think I do remember Robbie Fowler. Robbie Fowler, I think, did one of that. I mean, I think Robbie Fowler did that when he was at Liverpool.
Yeah, he did. He did. That's why I thought it was Gallagher, because Gallagher talks a lot of shit, like he's high all the time.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Fuck him. Fuck that Scouser. I don't care.
Bro, he talks like he's high, bro. It doesn't make sense. I struggle to follow what he says because he talks like a fucking machine, bruh. Gallagher spit on Arquette. Hazard kicked Arquette. De Bruyne shouted that one and he got scared. Where do you both live? England. I live in Belgium.
I live in England.
Who played for us? What do you mean, who played for us? I don't know what you mean by that, Kurt. Actually likes Robbie Fowler, the goal celebrations. I mean, big up to Fowler, I suppose. I mean, listen, if you're not allowed to do cocaine sometimes, are you even living life?
But I'll tell you,
That's a joke.
but I'll tell you what's funny. Alf, I'll tell you what's funny. We are allowed to bet, but yeah, we're allowed to bet, but not anymore now. We were allowed to bet, but not allowed to do fucking cocaine.
Jesus Christ. I think I should end this stream by saying I do not condone gambling or drug abuse. Much less driving under influence. Thank you to AK for coming on. From AK has adequately pointed out that gambling is allowed, but substance abuse is not. Suspicious that. Anyhow, let's round up there. Thank you for coming on, AK. We will round up now. It's really late, so maybe you need to get some
Take care,
sleep.
guys. Take care.
Maybe you need to get some sleep to make sure that you can wake up in time. I'm redirecting to Liam, so Alfred in chat,
Yeah.
and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.